So you don't need to be a rocket scientist. You can look at this and 2 seconds later, you know exactly how to use it.
Forex Morning Mayhem is a must-listen podcast for currency traders. Get a curated watch list, insightful market analysis, and crucial news updates, plus trading tips for all levels. But remember, it's educational, not investment advice. Scan the QR code in the description to join our free Trade Faction Slack channel for live trade calls. If you like the podcast, please follow and share. Let's get started. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, March 31st, 2025. And you're listening to Forex Morning Mayhem. It's time for the daily market briefing. In today's headlines, President Trump is pushing for a universal flat tariff rate on most imports ahead of April 2nd, which he calls Liberation Day. This move is causing market jitters, with European stocks and US futures declining. The US dollar index is fluctuating, while the yen strengthens as Japan's Nikkei 225 enters correction territory. Crude oil prices are rising due to geopolitical tensions, including Trump's threats against Iran and potential tariffs on Russian oil. Gold has reached a record high, while base metals are under pressure. Key upcoming events include the US Chicago PMI and potential executive orders from Trump. Stay tuned for a currency market update with Bill and Dave up next. Thanks for listening to Forex Morning Mayhem. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review if you like the show.
Let us start with the currency pairs. This is the Aussie New Zealand dollar, nothing going on here, so we're going to skip that. Here is the Aussie US dollar. We are in the zone. We're waiting for a short sweet spot to set up here. Here is the Euro Canadian dollar. We are in the zone. Looks like a short sweet spot is actually setting up as we speak. So we'll see what happens there. Pound Canadian dollar, nothing happening. Skip that. New Zealand US dollar in the zone, waiting for a short sweet spot to set up. Then we have the Singapore Swiss franc in the zone, waiting for a sweet spot. We have the US Canadian dollar not doing anything. So we're going to ignore that for right now. And then we have the US Swiss franc here, not happening. So we're not going to do anything on that as well. Indicator all-star for today is something called the super trend. Super trend is based on using a average true range trailing stop. So the way this is calculated is this line here between the actual price and the indicator is a 10-period average true range calculation with a multiple of 3 times. So this is 3 times the average true range. And then it's pretty self-explanatory.
It seems easy to read.
The fellow that wrote this, this is what I'm talking about, intuitive and easy to use. Okay, so you don't need to be a rocket scientist. You can look at this and 2 seconds later, you know exactly how to use it. So you buy when you see the buy signal, you sell when you see the sell signal. All right.
Yeah.
And basically what it does is it just follows the trend for you until that trend is broken, like right here. And the reverse signal kicks in until that's broken, and et cetera, et cetera. It's a pretty nice signal, super simple starter symbol for folks if they want to have something that's easy to use and easy to understand. The only downside for this symbol is it does not work very well in a sideways market. So you're going to get tons of buys followed by buys, sells, where you're just getting nothing but stopped out like crazy. It works great in a trending market. So what you might do here is add a filter that tells you when you're chopping sideways, like the 80X, and add that as a third thing to your arsenal that says if this is whatever, some number, then just ignore everything until we get back into a trending market. So that would be my advice to new traders as to what they want to do. It's very nice. What do you think?
No, this is a very clean, nice thing here. I use something similar also, but I use everything. But the trending stuff, I like trends on that. It helps solidify what I think. Sometimes I turn everything off and go, I think I should buy it when it gets to about here, and then I'll turn some of my charts on and then basically look and see what they do. And
Right.
this is, if I'm starting out, yeah, I think I would definitely use something like this. It looks very simple to use.
Yeah, it's nice. I like
And
it.
as long as you're not, yeah, even in the chopping, especially like that one looks great. So I'd be like, yeah, it looks like a nice clean chart. You can easy 1, 2, 3.
Singapore dollar is always very choppy, so this shows you what it looks like in a sideways market.
But that's the currency pair is also about as important as the instruments you use.
Exactly. That's why we use a curated set of pairs for the Trade IQ signal, because
So,
I picked those because they work the best.
so yeah, it looks really nice. It's very simple, and I can see, yeah, a couple. You add one more thing and call it a day.
Yeah.
You could almost trade just with those two.
All right.
Fantastic. Nice pick.
That's all I got for today, Chief.
All righty.
Have a good one.
You too. Happy trading.